Hello, everyone. This is Matt Ryan with week 5, talking to you today about the color wheel and the news talks that I have found and really dove into. So the first thing that I want to do is talk about what I learned about the importance of color, and then also how we utilize that with font, and then use a different font color to really emphasize what we're trying to accomplish in the article that you're writing or that you're printing. I chose this week to use an article from the Consumer Reports. This is by Penelope Wang, dated for the July 2019 article for the Consumer Reports. And what she's done in this article that I'm about to show you is really do what we were talking about with the color wheel, is enhance the color to grab that attention of the audience, and then throughout that article be able to place that color through. The one thing that I first thought of was that the color that I was going to be seeing was this orange color, and I'm realizing that on my monitor and also re-looking at it again, it's more of an orange-red, which kind of stands for kind of an alert or grab your attention. And so that's exactly what this article did. I started to really go through it and look over it, and I want to show it, case it to you so you can see a little bit more about it. But the significance that color has is that it brings us back to thinking about something that we maybe hadn't thought about before. So orange or orange red is that kind of alert color, or when you see construction people, they're wearing an orange vest. Again, it's just that association with color that we have is so important to when we are showcasing it on an advertisement or an article. I thought the thing that I thought that was really interesting was how you could have flags out, and they're in different, they have different colors. Like the American flag has red, white, and blue. Of course, China deals with red and white. And just in the Italian flag, like the red, green, and white. So those colors all play a significant role in telling you what it is that you're going to be looking at when they have no words on them at all. So none of the flags have any words on them telling you what kind of country that it's from. It is all interpretation of those colors. And that's how important the color wheel is in utilizing color in the right way. So diving back into the design layouts and going back and looking at that, this is why I wanted to talk about Consumer Reports with what Penelope did on this article, because I think that she did a great job of really showcasing out the use of color, the use of the font size that she wanted to do, and how that font was going to either be in front of or behind that color. So as I scroll through here, I'm showing you the rest of the article. I had to, obviously, magazine has two pages that you're looking at in it, and so this is just a great example of that. She utilizes the color here where she does mostly white, so it's easier to read, and really dives into what she's trying to accomplish here by talking about using a different font size, using the black with the white background, and then using the orange to talk about where it is that she was at when she was talking about it. Some of the highlights are about the hidden fees that come with purchasing services like cable, broadcast fees, and other fees that are included in that you see like in cell phones and whatnot. So I think that this really does a great job of showcasing that. She does a great job here on the next slide, the next page, my third slide or fourth slide here, of showing that she's bringing that black, very easy to use font here that says, Nation of Fee Fighters, and then uses the color scheme still in there throughout the entire article to highlight what it is that she's going to be talking about. And I think it was really easy to follow. It's very eye-catching. Your eyes do move throughout the page looking for that orange-red color through. Then we go back into the meat of the article. We're still seeing the outline area that she wanted to do with the black lettering with the white background. And then again, the use of highlighting what it is that she's trying to accomplish in her report. So the 7.6 million or billion dollars in revenue that airlines got in 2018, and the overdraft fees of 11.5 billion that were collected from financial institutions. And I love this part because it starts to really talk about the fees and the fixes. And this is where I was really drawn to, because I really pay a lot of fees for baggage on airlines. And I, was trying to see, is there a way that I can get around that, or how can you do that? And this article doesn't really give you that great of insight of telling you exactly what to do, but it does tell you pack lighter, maybe not pack things that need to be checked in. If you can purchase them cheaper, then purchase them cheaper instead of paying for that baggage fee, because a lot of them have a carry-on fee. So that was a good learning. This talked about the banking and then the cable industry, and I like how it's highlighted. Again, we have the columns here that are easy to follow, easy to read. The color scheme goes throughout, and again, talks about what she's really uncovering in here. And then she did this one, and this got a little off-centered, sorry, but a year in the fees of one family, and really talked about airfare, hotel, car rentals, how much they paid in total fees, which I thought was really interesting because they really add up over time. And I started thinking about how much I also am paying for fees. But I like that she used the color scheme again. It was very easy to follow. We've still got that orange-red throughout, and you're able to really see the highlighted areas that she's pointing out. So I thought that this is a great segue into what we learned through the use of color. I thought, some of the other parts that I wanted to really highlight in were the RGB color, where red, green, and blue colors have to be displayed in various combinations, and overlapping them helps with the catching the eye in a certain way. And for web design, it's really important to be able to highlight those colors and get a vivid color through. I would imagine that in this article, if we were seeing it online, we would see a real bright orange color that would be popping out, whereas the article itself kind of falls into that more orange-red, phase in there. And I just really was interested in finding out how this article would, catch, other people's attention. So I did talk to some other people and showed them this, and immediately they said that orange color threw caution to them. And you're dealing with fees, so you're dealing with money. Very, very important concept for people to get and want to read about. And being in a Consumer Reports magazine, you're going to learn something because you're getting something from a quality magazine. So this is what I have for you in week 5 on the color wheel. It's just so impactful of how we use colors and design and font to really get our messages across. And I think that this is a well done example of that. Thank you so much for watching my week 5. I can't believe we're at the end of class already. I've learned so much, and I look forward to moving on with the rest of my communications major and degree. Thank you so much. Have a great day.